Good morning, everyone. It's Mary Jedwisiak, and I can't get my camera to work right, and so I'm on my deck, and I can't get my computer camera to work right, so I'm here on my deck, just talking to you on my phone because it's really important. Today's video, is that better? What a crazy day. So today's video is about holy cow, Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade. Lots of people dying by suicide this week. Really a difficult week. I think that, oh, that's better, right? Ooh, there we go. Let's do that. So, trying to find a way I can talk to you and still have a decent picture behind me. So, let's talk about this. People dying by suicide. It's not easy, is it? Sometimes it's not easy to stay alive. Sometimes we think, what can I do to help people? Sometimes we think, oh, I don't know if I should intervene. I'm scared for people. Sometimes we think, well, it's their choice if you know what they want to do and how they want to live and how they want to die. Those are totally their choices. And gosh, there's just lots of things that go into this discussion of suicide and how we can help people who are thinking of suicide. And can we help people? So let's start off with that question. Yes, everyone has a role in suicide prevention. Everyone has the ability to help people stay alive. And if you're thinking of suicide, you do have the ability to reach out and get help and stay alive for just maybe even another day, maybe even another half hour. It's such a difficult topic, and it's so fraught with fear and anxiety. So let me just start with some of the basics here, right? No, you are not going to cause someone to die by suicide if you ask them directly. If you ask someone directly, are you thinking about suicide? You give them permission to talk about what's on their heart. You give them permission to talk about their pain. You come alongside them and say, I'm here. I'm willing to hear it. I'm willing to ask you about suicide. I'm willing to hear what's on your heart as it pertains to suicide. And I'm here to help you. And so, when do you know when to ask? Well, it just, you know what I say, if you feel like, if you think it's an issue, then ask the question. If you see somebody who's had some changes, they're feeling hopeless, they are acting differently, they've changes in sleep patterns, changes in eating patterns, changes in sexual behavior, these are all indications that they might be experiencing some depression. If they say stuff about suicide, if they say things like, nobody needs me, or you'll all be better off without me, or I think I finally figured out a solution to this. Those are all things that someone might say. And so then, yes, the answer is yes. Ask directly about suicide. Ask them, are you so sad that you're thinking about suicide? Are you so challenged right now? Are things so bad that you think suicide might be an option? I've noticed, my arm hurts. I've noticed that you're just not quite yourself lately. I've noticed that you've been late for work. I've noticed that you've been really sad. You've been angry. Sometimes when people are experiencing these emotions, they might be thinking of suicide. Are you thinking of suicide? Asking directly about suicide. Then what? Well, you connect with a person, you ask them directly about suicide, and then you refer them to some services in the area. And you think, I don't know what's available. Well, you know what? That's what the suicide prevention hotlines are all about. They have massive databases that can tell you about the resources in your area. You don't have to be the person thinking of suicide to call a suicide hotline. 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-8255. Don't want to talk? Text 741-741. These people are there to help you. They're there to help you connect with people in your area that can help you. They want you to stay alive. And if you want to call them, if you're not thinking about suicide, but you're worried about somebody, you can call those numbers and say, I'm worried about my friend. What should I do? And they will walk you through. And the next thing we need to do is, of course, I'm going to talk about recovery, because it's really important that we tell people that they can get well, that they can get through this. We have to encourage people that their lives are going to get better, that they're going to be okay, that this is a temporary situation, and that they can deal with this, and that you'll be there to help them with it. Here's the good news. You don't have to fix everything that helped a person get to this place. You just have to help them get to the next place. You don't have to fix everything that brought them to their despair. You just have to help them get to a place of healing. Connect them with somebody who can help them heal, and encourage them that in fact, things are going to get better, and that you'll be with them and help them, and you'll find other people that will be with them and help them. So what do? You care. You connect, ask directly about suicide, refer them to services that can help, and encourage them that things are going to get better, and that things are going to stay and get better. And maybe it'll come around again and it'll get bad again, but then you can do it again, and you can help that person stay alive again. So, we've had a lot of death this week. Kate Spade, Anthony Bourdain, and all of the people who aren't famous. We know that in my state, 2 young people between the ages of 10 and 24 die by suicide every week. We know that the suicide rate has risen 30%, according to latest data, in the last, 10 years? We know that suicide is an issue, and that it is completely avoidable. We know we can help. The question is, what do I do? I'm not a mental health professional. Well, you just care. Connect, ask, refer, encourage. My name is Mary Jadwisiak. My company is Holding the Hope, and I can help you with workplace suicide prevention efforts, school-based suicide prevention efforts, community suicide prevention efforts. Contact me, and I'm happy to help you design a program that'll meet the needs of your community. Holy cow, right? Let's just care about each other and stay alive. And hopefully I'll get my computer fixed.